Gavra Racing GT3 round 3 here at the Catalunya. We're already going off. I'm currently joined by a very generous man called Chris. How you doing, Chris?
I'm not too bad. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you very much. What are your predictions for tonight? Do you think Fox might be able to get a win here, or what are you thinking?
I think that it's extremely important that Fox gets a win here. At all costs, he has to get a pivotal fight for the championship.
Very well said there, very well said. Yes, as you say, he's got to take that. He's really got to take this race in a lot of consideration and say to himself, this is the race that he needs to win to be able to still be in this championship. Well, let's have a look at the running order for this race. We've got Harry Buddha in the Mercedes here today. We've got Ibridge for the McLaren. We've got Edville Dragon. Oh, and he's already got off, and he's hit the barrier. He's been going off quite a lot. He has. We have also got Chris. Apparently the stream cannot hear you for some reason. I do not know. Is it turn up your mic, I believe? Is it just so quiet? While Chris is sourcing that out the moment, we'll just have a look at the running order. And ESR Andy will be filling in for ESR Sin tonight. Hope does well. I do not know if these points will go towards ESR Sins. I believe it won't, because he is a complete different driver, obviously. Hopefully it doesn't, because that would just ruin the championship really. I really want to see ESR Fox and ESR Sins both at the top of the championship, either one of them leading would be great. It would be great for equal points if ESR Fox managed to get second place in this round. Any better, Chris, or? I'll just repeat that to everyone. If anyone can hear, well, better hear, Chris, that would be absolutely brilliant. He feels very sorry for any problems that may be causing in the stream. Obviously it's not his fault, it's technological difficulties. It's way of life now, just difficulties with technology. ESR Sim already top of the times, ahead of Allo Champs by 7 tenths, and ahead of Champ of Sweden by almost 9. It's official. I just say it's a lot more louder, Chris, on my end, so I think they'll be able to hear you now. If you just want to check the stream, your end. Just have a talk, Chris, see if you could hear yourself.
Yeah.
We can't.
Yeah, I think I've got myself now.
Yeah, people can hear.
Right.
Yep.
Sorry about the.
It's absolutely fine, mate. I mean, it's technology these days, isn't it? So you can't really do too much. But at least we got you back in the stream.
Yeah. So I think everybody missed the first little bit we did about the importance of Fox winning here. You know, and how pivotal it is that he takes the opportunity before him today, isn't he? And how he can turn the tide of the championship just with one race. So, it should be interesting no matter what happens.
It should be, it really should be, and especially heading into the next round of Monza, and then heading into the week break that we have after the 4 first races. That'll be very crucial mentally for both drivers, I think.
Oh yeah, we could be looking at mind games before, you know, before the first sort of course of the season, before the first is even over. We could be looking at how this is affecting driving mentally, and how this plays. As we watch Fox now take a tumble there onto the grass, I think it intensifies, you know, it shows the immense pressure that he's under this race.
Yes, very well said there, very well said. It's just, he's under a lot of pressure, mistakes can happen, he wants to push himself, but he makes a wrong braking or he gets on the power too fast, and that's really hit him out of contention of championship, really, unless he can still put it back. But really, you got to think mentally, is he going to be happy?
I think if any slip up here, first or second is the goal for him today. If the second puts him level on points, puts him to the win. So I think it's important that the top 2 finishes there for Fox. Otherwise, you've got to say that Sim will probably run away with it, barring maybe future emissions. It might be featured in future races, you might have to miss another couple, but I can't see any way in the Fox if he doesn't get a top finish today. So
He really does need it, he really does, to keep this championship alive for him. Or ESR, Sim's just going to pull away with it, and they're both very talented drivers, and I think ESR, Sims can keep up with his momentum, then he could just put away with it. I believe this is the practice session for the Catalunya track, if I am correct, and we'll go to qualify in around about 2 minutes time. So far the pace, Chris, hello champs, hey brother, he's close, they're close.
Tight battle for the middle of the table as well this season so far. The opening 2 races, this is the 3rd race, you know, it's bringing a sort of a very tight battle for the middle of the park. I mean, whilst it looks as if the ESR guys are going to run away with the top of the table, there's a very close battle for the moment. They're looking at 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, down to about 9th or 10th. And races like these are so important for the guys. So we'll see how it plays out in the middle of the park. They could be the determining factor for the top of the table as well, you know.
Yeah.
We'll have to see what happens. This is the first time, we've got to remember this is the first time that GT3 have raced around this track, and nobody really knows how it's going to play out there. So,
we just don't know what's going to happen, what the times are going to be, how slow they are going to be on heavy fuel. We just know nothing, so it's a completely blind race for us commentators and the audience that are currently watching.
And I think it'll make for a very exciting race as well. The drivers won't even know how to set themselves up. I mean, 10 minutes isn't a good indicator for a 38-lap race. I mean, they're going to not knowing anything really in terms of how they're going to handle over, you know, getting to the latter stages of the race. Hopefully we'll sure have to see how this plays out. If we look at the end of the session now, we've got 3 drivers that haven't been out in the pits this session. So
Scott Milano, ESR Andy, I believe he has been out, but I believe he got he had a problem and run wide, and I don't think he's been out since. He did invalidate his lap time, I saw from the race feed, but that's about it I saw. But looking good so far in the practice session, all quite even. And that Nissan getting shredded to pieces, and that is the practice session over for rounds. Topping the times for the practice session, but as we get into qualifying, it is a completely different story. Maybe people run lower fuel rates, we just don't know at all. But it's going to be a very interesting qualifying. Predictions, Chris? Anything?
I think you've got to give it to the ESR lads. They look so strong coming into this race. They look at the middle of the course. I think if they can keep their concentration, not let the pressure get to them, I think that they can quite comfortably finish, 1-2. Not minding too much what way it goes. I think they can probably finish top 2.
They are very fast, and I would like to see what Andy can do this Grand Prix, because he's new in the car. I do believe he hasn't raced in a GT3 before with this league, so it's going to be quite interesting to see what will happen in this Grand Prix. This will decrease ESR's championship lead, which I don't think he's too happy about, but he's gone for now. And yes, thank you everyone for the comments, and thank you very much CGG Kazar for the notice about Chris and his mic.
Yeah, thank you very much, that's very useful. I've noticed in the comments here since been in the comments, go ESR.
Even though he's not here, he's still in the comments, he's still watching it. He's always here. He's always here.
He'll always be following.
Yeah, he will. He will. I wonder how he feels about this Grand Prix, possibly losing his championship lead. I don't think he'd be too happy. But heading into the first lap, let's just ride on with ESR Fox. Chris, do you want to take around a lap?
Yeah, so he's pretty comfortable. Got his lines about right there. There you go, he's going to power it all the way down now. So this on the right hand side here, if you remember, will be quite interesting, because this is where Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg came together in the 2016 race, Formula 1 race, I think. So, many memories out of this track. It looks almost to me as if Fox is struggling to get a lot of power down around the slow corners at the moment. Apex line, so. So far, quite tidy so far. How comparable is this to the other drivers so far, we don't know. Very tidy.
He's doing very well in this lap.
Get to the more technical part of the track as well now, where a lot of slow corners, where you've got to keep your concentration. You've really got to focus on this part of the track. Coming up to the last corner now, power to the finish line. Going up through the gears, completely flat out. Goes into first, drops down to second almost immediately.
ERS Andy putting in the fastest time so far, ahead.
No, he's just dropped down to second. I don't know if you noticed, he's dropped down to second.
Oh,
So,
Kiwi lad.
first.
He hasn't done too bad. While the McLaren's getting out of that way of that eagled Audi. Done very well for the first lap. Maybe he might be able to improve that lap, and he's already going up by almost half a tenth. hopefully this will be a great tidy lap heading down into turn 5 now. Keep it tight, you'll be able to keep on, you'll be able to get on the power quite easily out of there. And heading up to turn 6 and then turn 7, the fast left-hander, and then try to get on the power as soon as possible for the turn 8. Turn 9, a fast right-hander. In Formula 1 you could probably make this flat out in qualifying, not in the race though, but in these cars you can't really. Just the weight and the aerodynamic efficiency of these cars. He's lost a little bit of time with the second sector, but now going into the third. Turn 11 and then turn 12 for the right-hander. A little bit of a tricky one. The right, left, right, and then power is quite a tricky one. As he's going through it now, try and ride the curves as much as possible and get out there and put on the power for the final corner of turn 16. Heading up to the grandstands. Is it going to be a new track record or no? Lost a lot of time in that third sector, Chris.
Yeah, I'll tell you where he lost it. I think he probably took too much of the curve. He may have got a little bit panicky, but he overstretched the white lines a little bit and thought that by backing off he may sort of preserve that not getting the penalty. Because if you noticed, he went over the curve a lot, and it's always, especially with project cars too, it's so give and take as to which sort of penalties you're going to get. You don't always know, you know, there's never a definitive sort of that's a penalty, but you might just
go fast and you really want to test those track limits, but sometimes, such as ESR Andy just did there, it can cost you. It can. It really can.
Good job he took those rallycross lessons the other day.
Yeah, yes. It's a good thing he did. So, your current running order for the final 3-minute alert. We have Kiwi Lad in the Audi on pole position currently. Done very well to get that off to a great start. ESR Andy only about 3 thousandths of a second behind, and ESR Fox 3/10 behind Kiwi Lad, and Harry Buddha 6/10 back, and then we have Boston Row, who is 1.3 seconds back. That is your top 5. That is surprising. Kiwi Lad already getting off to a great start.
He's got a really sorry possession so far. I mean, there were still 2 minutes left for Andy and Fox to turn this around somehow. But to have a guy sitting in front of them, they're going to have to follow. They might not get the opportunity to extend, you know, so far in front, which brings the guys behind them into play as well. I mean, I think it's going to be tight. I reckon it'll be a really interesting race. I think you'll be looking at the mid pack to look at this and go forward and look to be very aggressive in their strategies and the way that they race today. And I hope that they can get something out of this by going in front of the ESR guys, maybe splitting them up so they can't work together. And but it will be interesting. We'll have to look forward to the race.
Yes, we will really have to look forward to the race here. I think dirty air doesn't really affect these cars as much as it does in Formula 1, so these cars could be a little bit more racy, I would say. So it's a great thing for these cars that we can see a little bit more racing from these, but as you say, we've got to be looking from about 5th to around about 8th for the midfield. The top 4 to, that'll be a great fight. Hopefully Harry Buddha challenging the ESRs. Kiwi Lad, but he'll definitely have a fight with one of the ESRs. But yeah, when you look at the rest of the pack, probably from about 10th to about 15th, I think that is the group that would be in contention for not lapping themselves, hopefully. You don't always want to be lapped at a Grand Prix. But this is the 20-second warning now and Kiwi Ladlad still in the lead, only by 3 thousandths of a second. And what start for him in the qualifying. He was first in practice and now he's first in qualifying. I think he wants first. I think he wants his Grand Slam. I think he wants a Grand Slam in the race. And that is the qualifying complete. Drivers will have about 110 seconds, so around about a minute and 50 seconds to complete their laps. Who's ever on a lap, so let's have a look at ESR. He's going to the pits currently. Snaker is going for the final. Oh, he's drifting there. He's doing a little bit of a Tokyo drift for the final section and onto the power for the final corner.
Looking very sporty there, though.
Looking very sporty there. But that is your qualifying complete. Chris, your thoughts?
Great result for Kiwi. I think that that's a fabulous result. And it only makes the race more interesting. I said it earlier, and I'll say it again, that this could be possibly the most exciting race of the season yet, and could mix up the season for the races to come. So I think this will be the most important. It has the potential to be the most exciting. There's so much at stake and so much to be lost here, so we'll have to wait and see, and fingers crossed for a phenomenal race.
So that is your Gavra Racing round 3 qualifying complete. Kiwi Ladlad on pole position, ESR Andy followed by just about 6 thousandths of a second, followed by ESR Fox. Thank you so much for your comments. It's going to take about a minute for the race to start. Unfortunately, I have to go for about 30 seconds. So, Chris, let your beautiful voice entertain the viewers.
I'll go through some of the comments. Jukebox, thank you for your comments there. I appreciate the support as a commentator. I mean, I've never done this. I know Ethan's been here before and he's done it, but I'm thoroughly looking forward to it as a commentator. Have I got a pick for the win? I'm not sure. I've got to go with the Lambos. I think the Lamborghinis have looked so strong throughout the season so far. Andy's new. How he'll work with his teammate, I don't know. We've got to wait and see for that. But there's everything to go for. Anybody can win, I think. It'll be an interesting race.
I am back, but it's gonna be a good race, I hope. Chris, your predictions for this race?
You've got to go for Fox. I think I have to go Fox. There's no reason behind it. There's no logical reason behind it. But there's so much at stake for him. I want him to win. So
it's true. He is one of the fastest man on track. He is in the Lamborghini, which currently is the fastest car around in this season 6 of the GT3 league. Kiwi lad, he's done so well, and I don't think he wants to let this go. I think he wants to get his Grand Slams, and I hope he does win. But we are nearly ready to go. We are just syncing with the current track side. I cannot see any lights, and away we go for this Grand Prix ERS. I believe that was Andy got off to a great start. Was it Fox? That was Fox, and he's taken the lead already, heading into turn 1 around the outside. Kiwi Lad trying to go on the inside. Is there any collisions at the back of everyone being sensible, going in to I believe it is turn 4, heading up to turn 5. This is where Grover had his big spin. And it's almost... Oh, yeah, third place on the grid. What a start he got. Chris, your thoughts?
Look at the gap. The front two have pulled away already. The front two have got a 1 second lead in not even half a lap yet. So I think it's got to be a race between these two from this point on. It's got to be a major lap concentration for this to go anywhere other than the outside of those top two.
It's going to be hell for ESR Fox. It's going to be really hell just trying to concentrate to try and get that Audi out of his rear view mirror. But if we have a look at the back, no one really in any trouble.
Oh, there's a collision out the back.
Oh, it's a Bentley.
There's a Bentley facing the wrong way. Back on track, that's a good thing. Hopefully there's no long lasting damage there.
Don't know what that was. I'll just go and have a look at the stream to see if I can find anything. Yeah, the Bentley having an incident. Well spotted there, Chris. Well done. No, it doesn't actually show anything on the stream. See if there's anyone else having trouble.
ID4 gets in the pit lane.
Where is ID4?
Well, I think they were part of that collision.
Yeah, I think they were.
So I think the three had it coming together there, and I think.
So.
Back markers going on in this race here now. Damage to those boards.
Where has Kiwi gone? There.
He's dropped down to 8.
What has happened there?
What's happened there?
What has happened? He was a bad. Oh, he was first in practice. He was first in qualifying, and now he's 8th. 9.5 seconds behind the leader.
That's a mystery as to how he finds himself in 8th.
That is a hell. Wow.
Well, that's something we'll have to ask him after the race, because I don't know how that's happened. Just as it looked like they were running away with this race.
He started
in the box, and now he's back.
I think it was an accident or something. He must have spun because he was falling back just when it was turn 3. I believe turn 3 he started falling back. That's quite weird. That's a very weird one. Definitely have to, as you say, we definitely have to ask him what happened there. Because he was winning qualifying, he was winning the practice sessions, and now he's down at 8th. What has happened there?
Not a serious mountain to climb if he's going to get anywhere near that top 2 and that front pairing with the ESL guy. But he's got to fight his way through the pack now. We've seen how good he is, with space in front of him. But how good is he at weaving for a pack?
Yeah.
And it'll put his skills to the test. Then to try and catch up as well. Cox has got, he's taking the initiative here, and he's moving on into the lead of the championship at the moment.
Yeah, he is. And he's pulling away on heavy fuel. These cars are heavy with fuel. Let's just have a look how heavy they are with fuel. 52.7 litres of fuel in that car. That is going to pile on the weight. Imagine that car.
I remember though that whilst Fox may have 52 litres of fuel, every other car more than like will share similar amounts of fuel. So you can't. I don't think it's really one comparison. So 52.4 there, they're very similar amounts of fuel. So the difference isn't so much. I don't think they'll have a major difference yet to work out how this car needs or drinking fuel.
That is very, very true, and I believe, if I'm correct, some of these cars have I believe the Mercs have a V8 front engine, and the Lamborghinis have a V12. So I don't know if it actually changes the fuel consumption, because I know obviously a V10 consumes more fuel than a V8 because of the pistons and everything, but that's a very weird one to think about.
I never put to the test, but after looking at this, I think I might have to. It's an interesting topic. But what's for sure though is that the Mercs at the moment certainly have less than anybody else.
Yeah.
So they're quite a lot lighter.
They are a lot lighter.
You'd like to think that they can take this opportunity. So although the Porsche sitting in the background.
That's his front bumper gone, isn't it? No? Oh no, that's probably just the design of the Porsche.
Black colour makes it look like it's not there, but it really is.
That's the problem. Liveries these days.
We've got up another place now. Alex is actually in front of me. We've got up another place, so...
Yes, that is very true.
Slowly moving forward.
Slowly moving forward, but he's losing time to Fox. You can see he was like 9.3 on lap 2, and now on lap 4 is 12. So Fox is pulling away. He's pulling away at his pace.
He's done something to his car, Kiwi. I don't know whether he had a collision. He might have collided with something. He's done something to his car. Why he's pulling away, or why Fox is pulling away at the front. Things off though. There's something with such a great speed throughout the first 2 sessions of the day. He's dropped off the pace considerably, really.
Yeah. I know that you can get... It doesn't actually look like he's got damage on his car, Kiwi, and there's a Merc round there.
That was very close.
Kiwi's got a little bit lucky there. The Bentley trying to make a move on the Audi, and Kiwi's moving to 5th. So he's climbing up a little bit, but you can see he hasn't really got damage, because if it was rear wing damage, his rear wing would be bent. This is Project Car 2 damage model. On the front is his front bonnet would be a little bit off.
Yeah, everything looks rather immaculate on his car. There's just no reasonable explanations to how he's still keep dropping time and remaining at that 12-second mark.
You just don't know what he has, because he might have suspension damage, because with this track it's quite heavy on the curbs, and you can actually get suspension damage from actually the curbs. So you never know what a driver has damage, because you don't have an indicator, you don't have anything. You just really have to guess. So that's really the problem. Let's have a look at Fox. He's pulling away nearly by 3.2 seconds now from Andy. Andy just trying to settle down this race. I don't think he's got in his mind he's not facing for he's not trying for this World Championship. He's just got to sit down.
I don't think you can expect miracles from Andy. I mean, first race in his car, he's filling big shoes, and he's done exceptionally well for the first 2 races as well. So, to even be in PT, you've got to hand it to him. I think that's a great start. It puts him in good stead for races to come. You're looking at targeting his drive for next season, GT3, maybe the second half of the season. It puts him in a really good position for whatever's to come.
It really does, and I hope he does do well, because it will give him a boost in the future to do a lot more. Really, so far it's going pretty good for him. But Fox is obviously pulling away from him because he's more experienced with this class, with the Lamborghini. He's already had 2 races in it, so I think he will be a lot more confident going into this Grand Prix. I'd like to have a look at Kiwi, because he's right on the back of that McLaren right now. It's going to get very close down this straight. I wonder if there's a speed difference, because I do believe that R8 has got a V10 or a V8. Do not know, but I think the GT3 cars, they do have a V10. We're going down the straight here. I don't think he's going to be able to challenge going to turn 1, but maybe through the corners he could, possibly in the next few laps. The Bentley also catching up towards the Audi, and the Audi almost... He wants to have a look, he definitely wants to have a look. So yes, please send in your comments, any questions for this race. It'll be lovely to hear from you guys. Please subscribe to the channel if you do want to watch more of this. You can find a lot of stuff on our YouTube channel. Please turn on notification. Be notified when we are going live next. Next is Monza, which will be a very good track for these cars. Very fast track, obviously, reaching 2 miles per hour, over 200 miles an hour. That should be very fun. I'm definitely looking forward to it. Are you looking forward to it, Chris?
I am. I'm not actually about to commentate on that race now, unfortunately, but I'll definitely look out for myself and keep up to date as to what's happening.
That is a shame. That is a shame. We would have liked you on. Fortunately, you're not commentating. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Sad times. Kiwi lad, this is the biggest story so far. Practice, he was first. Qualifying, he was first. Race, he is fifth. We don't actually know what has happened to him. We don't know if he's got damage. We don't know if he's just spun and lost the lead. We don't know if ESR has actually just spinned him off. We just do not know. So we'll probably find out the race. We'll let you guys know what has happened to him. And he's almost trying down the inside turn 1, but unfortunately cannot pull off the move.
Trying to go around the outside.
He is, but it's a long way. But has he got the speed? I believe he has. And yeah, he's got past him.
But you've got to look, that's taken a good second and a half, 2 seconds out. He's looking at 11 and a half, 12 seconds behind now. He's almost 14 seconds behind
Yeah, you've really got to think about that.
He's got to go high at the centre for a podium position. He won't be leading at 11 and he's still winning his race. But I think he'll probably have to set up for a podium.
I think he will have to set up for a podium at the moment. He is in 4th. He's still got a very high mountain to climb really, to get up to Harry Rudder. So about nearly 6 seconds. So he's still got a very high climb to reach that podium position. But so far, pretty good. Everyone's been very clean. I've really seen too much damage from everyone. We can see Pete's bib in the pits. And he's going a little bit Tokyo Drift.
He's already been into the pits twice as well. He's suffering problems so far this race. It doesn't look like he's set to get any better anymore.
No, it's getting better at all. He's just, I don't know if it's set up. This is a very weird one, because every single time we've been on it, he's sliding or either outbraking himself. And look at that, he's just twitching in the corner. Up to the rest of the pack for this race, so I think it might just be a lone wolf today. The Ferrari catching up to the Bentley quite fast. Not bad. I think the Bentley does one about the rear view mirrors. Were Evil and Soup, why aren't they commentating? Don't know. And the Merc spun. The Merc has spun. unfortunately for him.
Down to 9.
Yeah.
Lost a couple of places.
He's lost the place to the Porsche now, and I believe that the Ferrari and Bentley fight is still carrying on for the moment. We'll see what happens in this final third sector. Ferrari's a little bit wide through there.
This fight between this fight is really important at the moment, because they're battling for behind the ESR guys, and all the Bentley. That Bentley, I think they're on the grass.
Yep, and the Ferrari's gone past into 6th position. Wow.
No, just before that I was highlighting the importance, you know, of these middle positions, the points that you can gain. And it's so tight at the moment, you know, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, all separated by 5 points only. So these middle positions, these small battles that look relatively insignificant, are just so important in these stages.
Really is. And that Ferrari and Bentley fight, I think it's over now for them
I
two.
wouldn't write it off just yet.
True.
I reckon the Bentley's still got a chance of coming back into this.
True, but that Ferrari does look very fast at the moment, but you are right, you can never write it off. Anything can happen in this race. You could do what the Bentley did. Spin off, final sector. You never know. Kiwi. He's catching 3rd place at the moment. The commentator doing a great job. Yeah, we're just running into a little bit of technical difficulties to bias, unfortunately. Hopefully that can be sorted soon. I don't know if you're looking at the comments, Chris.
I'm on it.
Brilliant. We're on that, Tobias, don't worry. There you are. You are louder in my mic, in my headset.
I always have this issue, the passes are too loud, everything else I'm too quiet.
Yeah, we're just running into a little bit of technical difficulties. Just trying to see if you are better with the mic or not.
Falling back from the leader, probably still in the lead on lap 11, followed by ESR Andy.
It's going well for them. It is going well for them. The two Lambos, they are pulling away.
Harry Burder is in 3rd, although I've noticed he's dropped off the pace a little bit as well now. He's 9 seconds off the leader. Shows the dominance of these ESR Lamborghinis at the moment, and are fighting force to be reckoned with, I think, this season. You could probably shove anybody in there.
Yes. Just 1 second, guys, in the stream. I'm just going to see if I can turn up Chris's audio volume from my end. If I do this,
Quite right, it is Andy's first race. And he's going really strong as well. He's had a really good race. He's been very steady. Not been too aggressive. You know, he knows where he sits in the team and what to sort of expect, so he's obviously get the right man for the to fight for the championship lead, and he knows that 2nd place is done. That's a fabulous tactic for him to have.
yeah, he's not. I think he'll be known as like the 3rd driver of the team. He's not one of the drivers who's supposed to always fight if one of his teammates is in the lead. I think he's been told not to fight too much because he's not in a championship battle. I think he's been told by Sins, but I think he's been told by Sins to completely destroy Fox. But unfortunately not able to do that today.
A little bit of in-team rivalry, there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that at all, nothing. So, going so far, he's done well, he's done really well for himself. Let's have a look. And there is another ESR reserve driver, so they've got all the reserve drivers they need. They got loads of them. I think Andy and who was that? I can't say the name. So sorry. Schmid.
I imagine. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's Andy's and Schmid's fight. Isn't it?
Andy going to the gravel there as well. He's lost a bit of time there. I think he's backing off, but he's got to be careful not to back off too much because Harry Buddha looks like he could just be making it up a little bit more.
And this Bentley is catching up back to the Ferrari again.
Yeah, I did say don't take your eye off this one. I don't think it's over just yet. There's so much to pay for, but I think they're all going to be trying their hardest, so there'll be any slight mistake. You know, it could all just go horribly wrong at the last moment. Look at that in the braking pattern, that speed that is carrying through the corner.
We also saw from the last, the round 1 at the Algarve in the Portuguese Grand Prix, we saw that Harry Buddha, he did a very good pit stop early in the race that would give him the undercut, and he was last, he was completely last, and the undercut helped him so much. He pit around this time, at lap 13, the undercut helped him so much. He got him up to 4th, but unfortunately then he had an accident, and in this hands round, it's not going well today, not going well at all for them. And the Bentley is in the gravel, and is he going to crash his all?
No, he's just got to keep it. No.
Oh, that was a close.
Making so much time, and it just goes wrong. You know, that split second.
Jesus, just like that, gone. All that time gone. They made up to the Ferrari is now all gone.
You know, you've gone from 7th to 9th, and that's got a couple of points lost there. That's going to be that's going to play a part in this championship battle, especially
early in this championship, because you always want to get off to a great start in the championship, and just dropping back is not very nice. I don't think you'll be too happy about that. Andy, Fox, race so far, brilliant. Absolutely.
It's been a really quiet race for them.
Yeah, that's.
They've not had to challenge anything. You know, at the point that Kiwi had that little moment on that 3, you know, it's sort of, that's it. There's just been no contest for them really. They've run away with it so far. I wouldn't like to put that curse on them, or the so-called commentators' curse, and then they're going to hate me after my first race. I think they've probably run away with it. They're going to be a comfortable 1-2 from this point on.
I think it might be. And when you have a look, practice, Fox, he was 2nd. Qualifying, Fox was 3rd. And now in the race he's 1st, because he got straight off the line and got into turn 1, and he was in the lead, and he just floored it. And now look at him.
But in the practice though, you've got to remember he was 3 hundredths, or maybe even thousandths off Kiwi, so it was always going to be tight, and it was always going to be the person that had that split reaction that could get off the line, because whoever's in front going into turn 1, then you know they're the person to beat at that point going forward. So
that is the person to beat, and he did well. He did really well. So he's in this Grand Prix, and all he got to do is keep focused. Don't make stupid mistakes. He can probably make a few, He's
Well,
got a
he
gap.
won't even want to make a few. There's so much to play for. If he moves into the top of the table, he won't want to make it a single mistake because it can ruin the sweetness of a race. I mean, if you win a race and you've raced so well, and you know that you've raced so well, it's been so clean and so wonderful all the way through, and then you win, it puts the cherry on top of the cake, you know. But if you win it, but there are a few mistakes, he'll be looking back at the mistakes and not thinking about the win. So I think he'll be looking just keep it clean, keep it calm, focused, and roll home over the line in first position. So
That is very true. Very well said there, and you are right. You are right. If he makes a mistake, then he's going to be looking at that as like, did that cost me the race win? Did that cost me the championship?
As well, if he's making mistakes now, yes, he gets away with it. But if Sim comes back into it next race, Monza, very quick track, you know, it's one for the really quick drivers where they should be able to put away. But one mistake hands it back to Sim, and he won't be at the top of the championship for much longer, you know. And it'll be a really short-lived lead. So I think any mistake, you know, this race has got to iron out the creases. He's got to go. This is it. This is the step. This is the step forward that I needed. This is how I can race at the level that I've got to maintain for the rest of the season to not let Sim get back in front of me in the championship.
Yeah, and when you look at Monza, it's a very high-speed circuit, and any setup that has more rear downforce or front downforce or anything you want to say, any like clip, and let's say it goes like 5 or 10 miles an hour, that is a big advantage for the person you are fighting if they are 10 miles an hour faster, because they're able to go faster down the straights than you. And yes, there's not many corners, so that means they don't really have to put a lot of downforce on the car. So you really got to look at some setup options, and I think around here you've got to have some downforce because of the high speed corners, and 10 miles an hour can get you down the straight faster, or it can do this, or it can do that. So it's crazy. It really is crazy. But heading on to lap 17. Chris, lap 17, your thoughts so far through this Grand Prix?
It's been interesting. It's not been action-packed, you know. It's not been the thriller that I thought it could have been at the start of the race. I've seen a few retirements already. We started with about 14, 15 races, I think, and now we're down to 11. We had a collision, we had that 3-man collision early on. ID and the game were both left after that. They collided. And then another left. But no, it's been quiet. I think everybody that needed to get something out of the race so far is getting something. You know, especially Fox and stuff. You know, I've spoken so much. I think we've both spoken so much of the importance of him getting this win. But it you know, he deserves that mention for keeping the race under control so far. It's been comfortable, really. We've got that we've got that mention as well of Kiwi, who started on pole and is now sitting in 4th after what must have been a lapse in concentration. It may have been a collision, we don't know. On lap 3, 4, you know, that dropped him down to about 7th or 8th. Early on, so he's done well to fight back, you know, maintaining that sort of 11-12 second gap at the moment. He's got Harry Buddha in his sights. Harry Buddha's made a mistake, and that's brought Kiwi right into contention for that podium spot now.
It is really close now, heading into the 3rd sector and almost onto the straight as we head into turn 13, 14 and 15. A little mistake from Harry Buddha, and look how close he is. I was just about to say that he's about a second away now, but now he's like 4/10.
And we've looked at what this Audi can do on the straight as well, going into that braking zone. We saw it earlier on as well, and if you'd fancy him to get this, or at least draw himself very, very close to that Mercedes going into turn 1.
I think he wants to keep it ready for turn. Oh, and he's.
piled
Oh,
on the pressure. Piled on the pressure and forced that Mercedes into a mistake there. So it's very good, and now goes drop down into fourth, while Kiwi moves up into third. And he can really, with 20 laps left, he can really focus on grinding down that gap between him and the ESR guys and battle for the first and second.
it's been, however, he's done. He did really well to get that third, but just like 2 mistakes. One at turn 10. I think it went too early on the power. I think that was the pressure, and then it was turn 1 where I think he wanted to go late on the brakes because he knew that Kiwi could have gone later on the brakes because he had more speed, more momentum. So I think he wanted to go late on the brakes, and it just led to a mistake of the pressure and everything. So that has put Kiwi back into the podium, but don't write it off just yet. The Merc is still in contention. He's just about now, I believe he's just about.
Merc has been dropping off for some time. Sorry to cut across again. I think the Merc has been dropping off for some time here, so it is inevitable that Kiwi should go through at some point. He's always the faster guy, so I think the right man's gone through, and it makes for an interesting close to the race where Kiwi may be able to close that gap somewhat to the leaders.
So he is 11 seconds behind Andy, and he is 14 seconds behind Fox. I don't think he'll be able to get the win today, unfortunately, but I think he will be able to get, maybe catch up to the second place of Andy in the closing stages of this race, probably after the pit stop phases. It'd be quite close. It'd be quite close between them. If we have a look down, really no fights going on at the moment. Everyone's just spreading out really. The Ferrari just trying to keep a race of its own. The Porsche still doing what it's doing. The other Merc of Shuskata. Okay. Sorry for mispronouncing, but he is down in 8th place, and his teammate is up into 4th. The both Bentleys, one had a little bit of one went sideways at turn 11 on lap 4, and the other had a little incident with the Ferrari. It was fun. And one of them was actually going through turn 9, the fast right-hander, and almost went into the barrier after losing control and going into the gravel. So that was very close from him. I just need to go for 30 seconds, so again, Chris, your beautiful voice can talk again. I'll be back in 30 seconds.
Please don't hesitate to leave your comments in the YouTube thing. Any questions, we'll try and answer them as best we can. As we come round, Fox is already on to his 20th lap. The race is moving, it's flown by so far. It's interesting, and it shows what the rest of the season has got to hold in this race. If we look at the midfield battle here, there's we've got the Merc of Shush only 1 second behind in 8th place. And the Porsche sitting 7th at the moment. We watch the Bentley come over the line. The closest battle actually at the moment is between 8th and 9th, where there's only half a second, about half a second between the two of them.
I'm back.
They're really going for a rock match.
Thank you very much. Anything happen while I was gone?
Not yet. There's this little battle going on. I was trying to tell the battle best I could with the time was through. Really tight at the moment. We've got the Bentley sort of coming into contention as well in the background.
very close
They all
between
run
them.
wide there. They've all gone over the white lines.
Bentley flashing, well, not flashing light, turn on his lights, and he's gone. He's gone. He's gone onto the grass.
Bentley's had some real issues. Both of Hare have had some real issues through that middle centre.
Yeah, they have. That's the second time I believe I've seen them. We had the one with the fast right-hander problem, and then people in the pits.
First pit stop in the race.
First of the pit stops, and Shustaka and Snaker has pitted, as well as Harry Butter, who is now coming out the pits now with a new fuel load and maybe some new tyres. I do not believe, I can't really tell you if he's had some new tyres or not. But let's have a look if we can get a... They've got brand new tyres out, so it does look like he's just adding up his fuel. There's another person in the pits as well. Let's have a look. The Bentley is still in the pits. They've both got tyres out, and ESR's Andy is in the pits.
Andy in the pits. Could he be thinking of a strategic move here, or do you reckon he's just trying to play it safe? Because this could be an effort to try and get back at Fox a little bit. So we'll have to see where this leads him.
I don't believe. I think he's just trying to protect his second place with the undercut. I don't think he's trying to challenge Fox too much. Hijack of Sweden is now in the McLaren. Is he going to take tyres? No, he's not. He's not going to take tyres. But as you see, Andy coming out of the pits now. Is anyone going to be passing him? No. So he's got clean air. He's quite far behind Fox, obviously. But we'll just see what will happen. 50 seconds behind, so Fox has got 50 seconds of a pit stop to stay in the lead. Kiwi still doing quite well if you ride on board with him. Going through the third and final sector, heading up to turn 12, and then the little chicane area of turn 13, 14 and 15. Fox in the pits. This is going to be very controversial. Andy, he's got 40 seconds. He's catching up. He's catching up quite quick.
He looks really fast. The Kiwi stayed out as well.
Kiwi stayed out.
Kiwi looking at a lighter fuel load for the second stint of his race, because all the time he stays out, more laps and stuff, the less fuel he needs, and the lighter will be for that second part of the race, which I can't write him out at the top winning this race just yet.
I think with that fuel load, I think he can do 2 laps. But it'll be very close. If he could do 2 laps on that amount of fuel, he'll be great.
He's really pushing hard now.
He is. Andy's going to pass Fox. Andy's going to pass Fox.
Wow, this is tight. He's done it.
He has done it. He's done it.
Wow.
Andy has passed Fox in the pit stop phases.
We could be looking at Andy winning this race on his first race of GT3.
Wow.
How astonishing could that be for him to step up to a fate like this?
That'd be... Well, first of all, it'd be great for his morale and everything. And how... It's about 5 seconds? 5 seconds gap between them. Who's got the bigger fuel load?
You've got to look at where Kiwi comes into this load, because you could be thinking that if they're all having a talk at the moment, they're sitting down having a chat at the moment, they could be thinking for the title, Fox has got to go through and take the lead.
And Kiwi does
if
hit.
Kiwi's gonna play, or Kiwi goes into the pits, if he splits the two, but they can't be swapping over. So it's really tight as to how ESR play it.
I reckon he could have done another lap on that amount of fuel left, but he's going to play it strategic and go into the pits. And we'll see what happens. This is hotting up for the lead of this Grand Prix. Kiwi can take it, but I don't believe he can, because Andy is only about 18 seconds behind him. And he's still got to do fuel. He doesn't have to put too much. He doesn't have to put as much fuel in as Andy has put in, but Andy, I think he will pass. Yeah, he will pass Kiwi. But the main story here is, will Fox? Yep, Fox will pass.
Okay, they're both through.
They're both through. I don't
jump all the way.
know if you know. Don't know if you've seen, but Andy is actually gaining some time, which is quite staggering. We'll get a represent time in the next lap, because Andy has done a 1 minute 46.3 in the previous lap, but we haven't got represent time up from Fox because he had his pit stop phase of a 2 minute 32. So we're going to have to wait another lap to see a representation of times. And Harry Buddha has gone in front of Kiwi. That is strange, because Kiwi was actually in the lead of the, well, not lead, it was
before the pit stop, before the round of pit stops, we had to mention that Kiwi was only 11 seconds behind that front pair. So
yeah.
The big losers of this round of pit stops at the moment is Kiwi and Fox, the two latest.
The interesting thing is that Andy took the pit stop first, not last. It was Andy, then it was Fox, then it was Kiwi. So that is interesting. That is very interesting to see that the overcut actually worked around here. Normally it doesn't. In Formula 1 it doesn't, but it does look like it's actually worked here. Not bad. That is actually quite an interesting Grand Prix. For the final about 14 laps here at the Catalunya here in Spain. And this will put Fox with level terms with ERS Sims.
ESR, don't get it wrong.
Yep, it's a habit of mine, it's a habit.
Kiwi's through past Harry.
You got, it looked like from my perspective, he got quite easily past in turn 3. It looked quite easy. I don't know why. It might just be because he made it look easy, but
I'll tell you what, Kiwi was extremely strong into that turn 1. Like the habit of making people feel his pressure. They sense his pressure into that turn 1, which then only sets them up badly for turns 2, 3. We see Kiwi go round the outside turn 3, we see start inside turn 1. He's had that little moment at turn 2 where he's got past as well. So I think that first section is where Kiwi will make up a lot of time. He's now 13 seconds behind first place, which puts him only 9 seconds behind Fox. Gaining 13 laps to go.
that is very true, and he's very fast. He was 16 seconds behind him on lap 23, and now he's only 13 seconds behind. He's not doing too bad really. And the representing times, what on earth has...
Andy's in second. Have they done a little switcheroo, or
are they in a party and they've done a switcheroo?
I think they must have done that. That's odd. I mean, it would explain why Kiwi got so close if one of them's backed off to let the other through.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a reasonable explanation as to why Kiwi gained 5 seconds in that 2 laps there. How bizarre is that they seem to have given some sort of orders to switch that around?
Yeah, maybe Cinder's told them both by message that, well, probably not Sin, but probably someone else has probably told them to switch around.
What I find bizarre though is that for a switch, you want to keep the time lost as minimal as possible, and they seem to have lost, they've lost 5 seconds to Kiwi, and that's their biggest threat at the moment.
Well,
so
that
was a really either a really poor switch or someone's had a mistake. I can't tell which.
Andy's lost 10 seconds to Fox. That is well bizarre. That is interesting. It's very interesting. That is something weird. Weird that we'll probably not know the answer until the end of the race, unfortunately.
We might never know the answer to that.
Yep, we might never.
That could be a secret for the rest of their lives. They could guard it.
Unfortunately, we would invite Fox and Andy to the party, but they're German, so yeah. They don't really teach us that
we won't look into it too much.
Yeah,
that was like another mistake from Andy there.
Yeah. Don't know if he's just been told to slow down or
maybe feeling the pressure a little bit from Kiwi. I think he's gaining down to 8.5 second gap now. Down to the 3rd place there.
It's a bit like.
I'd like to draw your attention. Sorry.
It's okay.
6th and 7th. But there looks to be a very close battle going on down to 6th and 7th.
Just try and get there. There is a close battle between the Porsche and Bentley of Almax and Snaker. Snaker have a lot of incidents this round. The Espada, I believe, once and his teammates has spun twice. I think it's just the weight of the Bentley. I think it's really downgraded them.
I'm really struggling with this timing screen I've got on the side of my screen because it's telling me that 6th place is further away from 1st and 7th places, and that's a lie. Oh, big moment there from the Bentley.
Could have just gone up then. That was something. Let's have a, if I
that's a nice little bit, I like that.
What's happened? I can't see anything. I can't actually see anything. What have I done?
Oh, we've been relying to try and get down the outside here.
He's done it. Has he done it? Has he done it?
Surely through. Porsche's got great
locks
speed
up the rear differential and he's got it. He's got it on speed, but the Porsche is going around the other.
That to the cut there. Snaker's done really well to get quiet. The car's big as it is, but he's done really well to make that feel the track, that sort of position under that amount of pressure. That's great racing from Snaker there.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, going well so far. For Fox and everyone. Hijacker of Sweden. Fox extending his lead to 5 seconds, but thank you so much, Tobias, for telling us about the spin in turn 1 for Andrew. That's very helpful to us, thank you very much. But yeah, well, 10 laps to go. It is the 10 lap alert. Chris, your thoughts?
Very interesting, and I think after that first, after my thoughts first time round, and I said it was a bit dull, it's only got better from that point onwards. So much action. You've seen Andy, we were told, spun off, he went into the lead, he had everything, that was it. He was going to be his first win, his first race, it was going to be amazing, and he couldn't have asked for much more, but he tell that he spun it in the first turn, and he's now sitting back in second. Kiwi had, you know, he's gaining. He's now only 7.7.5 seconds behind second in place. You know, with 10 laps to go. There's just so much to play for. We've seen the Bentley go through just a second ago as well. So there's action all across the field so far. It's just been, you know, the race really hotted up towards the last latter part of this race.
It really has, and you know, we thought Kiwi, he's had to win this race. He was fastest in qualifying, fastest in qualifying and qualifying practice. And what's happened? He was down to 8 from an incident that unfortunately we'll not be able to tell everyone in the audience. But Harry Butta's done very well today. Kiwi, he brought himself back from 8th place. As he said, Andy, we thought he was going to win his first race for Gavra, but unfortunately he's not going to win it here today. We thought he might win in the future from a strong pace that he has shown. But we'll have a look into the future for him possibly, if there is ever a call-up for a reserve driver. But as I say, 10 laps to go. Can Andy bring back this 7-second gap? It's not likely. It's not likely, but
he's got back markers to contend with as well. He's got a Bentley between him and Andy, but he is gaining once more. You know, he's breaking quite regularly into that 6-second gap now rather than the 7-second gap. So look at that, it's down to 6.1 seconds down. So there's that possibility, and that Bentley just shifts out the way.
He's getting right in the way now.
There we go.
Lovely, lovely stuff there.
Lovely. Yeah, it took the sacrifice there, you know, compromise the go line. That's clean. You know, it's a bit hard for the back marker to have to compromise their own race to let it go through.
It is.
Going wide there. You can sense that you might just get something, you know, a bit more. He feels, I think, he feels like he deserves a bit more after the stellar drive that he put in practice and qualifying. So
we just got to look at
we'll have to keep it. I don't think it's the end of Kiwi just yet. We'll have to wait until lap 35, and if there's still a 5-second gap, then maybe we'll have to light him up. But,
yeah.
We just don't know which way this is going.
When he's taking those corners really fast, you can see going through turn 10. He went really fast there. He locked up the rear, but he managed to correct it and go through there quite fast. You can see him going through this sector. Let's see if he rides the curve or not. Not really. He takes it quite clean through there, quite slow. I think he gives him a little bit of advantage in some way. But as you say, we got to wait lap 35 to see if we need to write this guy off or not. Anything can happen. Andy can slip up. Fox slip up. Anything. And that's the great thing about motor racing. Anything can happen at any point.
Absolutely.
Lap 31 of 38. Your current leader is ESR Fox. 7 seconds behind is ESR Andy, followed by Kiwi Ladler, which was on pole position, but unfortunately from a incident, error or accident, fortunately we do not know, but that dropped down from 8th place, and then he built himself up back to the podium positions. Hey, but he's had a great race. He's just trying to keep it cool, keep it clean. That's what he's done. He hasn't got any damage to his car. Keeps it nice. Hajek of Sweden, the McLaren, is up into 5th. Quite a while back away, so I don't think he'll be having any drastic moments. You only have a drastic moment really with the back marker. No fights for him really. Snaker, Bentley's struggling. This Grand Prix, I would say struggling. Just I think the car might just be too heavy for this track, because it's quite a track that you need a good chassis on. You need the car to turn quite quickly, quite agile, so I think you struggle with that department from the car. Almax, haven't really heard too much of him. He did have a spin on lap 3. I do want to say, if I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but
about that.
About round about a few first laps of the Grand Prix. Shostakata just kept his 8th place really. He hasn't really done too much, there's no fights for him really. K Morse, I think he had a
he's had a moment, he's had a couple of moments.
He's had a couple.
Look, lacking confidence, I'd say, you know, to try and get those moves done. He's been forcing it a bit too much. When he was behind the cup, you know, he had that moment where he was following can't quite remember it, he was following a Merc, and he's just drifted onto the grass and had that, you know, spin out of turn 9, which is sort of ruined the underlying race so far. It's a bit unfortunate. There's plenty of potential there, you know, you can push forward into the next race.
Yeah, you really can.
I don't think it could be the last we see him in this season anyway. I reckon there's still plenty more to come. Great foundation.
Yeah, it's very well said there, and it's like next Grand Prix is Monza. It's not a track that you don't really need the chassis, you don't really need downforce, it's just speed you need. And all these cars are going to be quite close, really. It's just all about braking markers for these guys. And then we have the Nissan, one of the Nissans that is still on the track. It's not been good for the Nissans today. I don't know what it is, setup, car, drivers, we just don't know what's wrong with these Nissans today.
Not really stepped up to the plate, unfortunately. They rolled in the back. So unfortunately, you saw the bumper going there. I think he must have the peak not hit the barrier or something. I can't quite remember now, but he had some sort of issue with the barrier or something. His bumper draining against the floor. I'm sad.
Yeah. And really got to look at really the whole race. He's got other races. He's got other races in the season when the same can be good, but unfortunately, it's not today. And the Porsche nearly takes out Fox, and that was close.
Now that could be the game changer.
On lap 33, that could have been a hell of a game changer. Hell of a one. That is slowing down his pace, because
I've just got to look back over this on.
Please do. Because
so Fox is evidently gaining into the fast section of the track.
turn 9, where you get the Porsche spin.
Very close indeed.
No penalty, obviously, because there wasn't actually an incident. I think that definitely did scare Fox.
Oh yeah. Well, you saw it run to the gravel there. There was a sense of worry that he might end up clattering into it. Relatively lucky to get away with that, I think. And maybe next time it'll make the Porsche of Max to be a little more cautious about it when he's got faster cars approaching from behind. You know, don't fight back. And then that was sort of representative without the collision between two drivers. It's sort of representative of what happened in Brazil last year with Ocon and Verstappen, where
yes.
You're pushing too hard against a car that's inevitably faster than you, or a driver that's inevitably faster than you, and you end up making a mistake, whether it takes out another driver or not. A mistake's a mistake, so you've always just got to be a bit like, understand your boundaries and your limits, so maybe going forward we'll consider that.
Yes, and as you said, you know, the Ocon Verstappen there was quite a lot of frustration between them two, especially Verstappen. But as we move on, lap 34, 4 laps to go really, heading on to lap 35. It's getting nearer to the end of this enjoyable Grand Prix. Very exciting Grand Prix. A lot of spins, not too many crashes, but spins. There's definitely a lot of spins, a lot of controversy. The controversy being Kiwi, lap 2? I want to say 2, and then Andy, turn 1. So it's been quite controversial today. So
and where this leaves everybody for the rest of the season. There's some Monza coming up. I reckon the most important races going into the 1 week break. How everybody sets their mind on how they look at their cars and how they train for the rest of the season. So there's a massive bearing on all of those things, the races to come now. But you've got to also remember that there's a long way to go. I mean, this is race 3 of 16, so you've got to think that there are another 13, 12, 13 races after this one. And anyone could win the championship yet. So you'd like to think it'd be the ESR guys, but anyone can step up and take this championship. So Kiwi looks the strongest sort of outside competitor that has the opportunity to go and take this championship from the ESR guys.
Yeah. You got to look at the whole season really, and you got to look at the people who can challenge both of the ESR. And what they can have an impact on this championship, because it is close between Sind and Fox. Sind is probably the faster driver between Fox and Sind, due to the fact that he's won the first 2 races. But really, got to look at the whole season, as Chris said. You got to look at the drivers mentally. But let's have a look at the Andy and Kiwi fight so far. Might get in the way. Andy's off.
That's gone off. Is that Andy?
That's Andy. Kiwi's into second.
Again. That's twice now he's made that mistake.
And Kiwi. He had an incident on lap 2, which brought him down to 8th place. He has now crawled his way back up the field over the course of this race to bring himself back to 2nd place. What a drive from him today. He was first in practice, first in qualifying.
I'm really impressed with Kiwi this race. I mean, God, obviously everybody will probably look at Fox at the end of this race and go, he won it, he's done really well. But Kiwi, I think, through that first mistake that he made, he's been unbelievable to get himself back into a position where he's been able to pounce on those mistakes for other drivers. It's been a really good drive.
It really has. And I believe it is now lap 37, heading on to lap 37 before we head on to the final lap. Chris, I will let you decide today's driver of the day from your perspective.
It's so close, because you look at Fox, the race winner, the person who's had it under control for the majority of the race. You'd then say Kiwi for the recovery drive, but had he not have made the mistake, he wouldn't have needed the recovery drive. I think it's got to be Fox. I mean, under all the pressure that he's been under, this puts him into the lead of the championship. Moves him above Sind. He's taken that opportunity to put in front of him. And bar a mistake now, I think he's going to win. He's going to win the race and put in the lead of the championship. So he's got to be the driver of the day.
Thank you very much for that, Chris, and that is confirmed. Fox will be driver of the day today after his excellent performance under pressure to take the lead of the championship. as we head into the final sector of the Catalunya circuits, and then head on to the final lap of this Grand Prix, which will be, I think Fox would just want to take it slowly. He want to. He doesn't want to make a mistake. He doesn't want to make a mistake. He doesn't want to get a penalty. He just doesn't want to crash. I think he just wants to take a slow step. I think in his mind he's just like, let's just go for it. Let's go for it. But in my mind, I'll just be like, okay, let's calm it down a little bit. Let's break a little bit earlier.
I could become the most hated commentator on the planet in my first race if I all of a sudden give him driver of the day, commend him for the cracking drive, and
that would be. You would be the hated commentator.
I wouldn't be allowed back. That would be my career over before it's really started. You know?
Yeah, that would be. Oh, well, we do hope to see you in Monza if we do.
I will try my best. It happens to be my 18th birthday though next Thursday, which makes it a bit difficult.
That is a bit difficult.
For me to, I'll be drinking and thinking of the race. I won't forget about the race. I'll probably be drinking.
Happy birthday to your mate for next week. So yeah, but you can have the week off then. You can have the week off. So into the final sector Fox heads into of the final lap of this entertaining round 3 here at Catalunya. He'll be feeling mixed emotions today. He'll be feeling a lot of weight lifted from his shoulders. He'll be feeling joy. He'll be feeling a lot of things. And as he rounds the final corner, he's putting his brakes lights on. He's flashing his lights, and guess what? He's just won the Grand Prix. Absolutely brilliant Grand Prix from him. Finishes in first. Kiwi finishes in second from his recovery drive all the way up to the podiums. ERS Andy, this first Grand Prix here in the GT3. Thank you very much. ESR Andy coming back, and he looks like he's just going to stop right there. But thank you so much.
Parked up.
He's parked up. He wants to get out of the car. Everyone. But thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in tonight. I'd like to thank you, Chris, for joining us tonight, being the commentator.
Thank you very much for having me.
It's been an absolute pleasure having you, Chris, and I do hope you come join us for future races. It has been very enjoyable with you today. But there is your race victor, ESR Fox, as he has taken now the championship lead. And heading into Monza, will he be able to keep it going into the 1 week break? Thanks so much, everyone, for joining us here today. We'll just get the final results screen before we end off the broadcast. And thanks so much, guys, for the nice comments in the comment section. We do very much appreciate them. But there is your victor here today. Kiwi lad. Great drive. Definitely deserves the podium. He did so well in practice, qualifying, and in the race he just had a little problem. And here is your final screens of the Gavra Racing round 3 here at the Catalunya, Spain circuit. And there is all your results. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. So thank you so much, Chris, again, and happy birthday for next week.
Thank you.
We'd love to have you back. But thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Please hit the subscribe button, the bell icon. Please like this. You'd also be notified when we upload next and when we go live next. So thank you so much, everyone, and good night.